Good morning. We are now live for the Future Heroes Inspirational speech. Welcome all who have joined us. Today is the third workshop of Future Heroes program, and it is devoted to leadership and problem solving. And the workshop is delivered in partnership with RTU Riga Business School. So naturally, the inspirational speech will be given by one of the RBS leaders, a passionate educator and head of the language center, Tatiana Ginzburg. So Tatiana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, and it is a pleasure to meet you, albeit electronically, virtually, but still. As Sandra said, I work in education. I am indeed a passionate educator. I have taught English to students, I would say, of all ages, from preschool, secondary school, university, adults, and I've taught here in Latvia and also in the United States of America. I was on Fulbright teacher exchange back almost 20 years ago, year 2001, 2002. I am now head of the English Language Center and University Preparation Center at Riga Business School. I also do teacher training. I train English language teachers, deliver seminars for them on methodology of teaching English. I also run an English Teachers Club, and I also organize a drama festival for students, drama in English. And perhaps some of you have participated in the past. It usually attracts some 200 students from all across Latvia. I don't know whether we are going to have this festival this year, but we'll see, perhaps online. So from all of this, you might have expected that I like learning. I really do. I've done quite a lot of learning, not unlike other people in Latvia, especially, you know, ladies. Ladies like learning here, I found. So I'll share my screen for. Hello. Just a second. Yeah. So this is what my official title reads, and all these, you know, letters represent formal learning that I've done. I actually started out as an engineer, so I got masters in engineering, masters in teaching English as a foreign language, and an MBA, which means I am a professional qualified manager. And yeah, and plus I've done a lot of different courses, certifications, stuff like this. I do like learning. I have always known I liked learning. So some of you may think that now she's going to talk to us about how it is important to learn all the time. Well, not quite, perhaps. But I thought I would share some questions that I've received from students over the years. And those questions or comments made me think about what it is like, you know, to grow, if you like, and what it is that I am interested in, what makes me what I am. So one of the most commonly asked questions by school children, by students, is how do we make our lives successful? How do we plan for success in our lives? Perhaps you've also thought about that, or perhaps some of your teachers talk to you about that, your parents. And my first question is, what is success for you? Success, people are different. We are all similar, but we are all very different. You know, Your fingerprint is unique, your brain is unique, your personality is unique to you. So for some people, success means, earning a lot of money. For somebody else, success might mean, competing and beating the competition. For one more person, that would mean, teaching people, to the best of their ability. And for somebody else, success would mean having a great family. So perhaps success is not just, one size fits it all. Yeah. And as for planning, there are those happy people, I'm sure they are over there, who can plan, and they know that, okay, I plan it from here to here, and that's how I get there, and they get there. It never happened with me, I'm afraid. Never, ever. When I finished school, secondary school, the only thing I did know about myself was that I didn't want to become a teacher. That's because I grew up among teachers. All my family were just teachers. Mother, father, sister, aunt, old friends. I've heard teacher talk all the days, every day at home when I was growing up. That's why I became an engineer, so that I wouldn't be a teacher. And despite the fact that my English teacher at school told my mom, well, she should go and study English, she should go and study foreign languages, I thought, I'm not going to make language a profession out of language. I'll learn language just as a language. So here goes. I became an engineer. I actually enjoyed studying engineering. But again, I knew that I loved learning. And whatever I learned, I would enjoy it. I had known that before I started, a university. And then different things happened. I did plan. Boy, did I plan. I always plan. I imagine things as they are going to be. I dream, I dream big dreams. And then I plan for them, and then something happens. And I have to adjust my plans. And sometimes when you abandon your plan, perhaps that was not the right plan, perhaps that was not the right dream. So I thought I was going to teach English at school for 1 year only, to teach my son in primary school, just for 1 year. That's how I got to school, and I got hooked. And I realized I really, really like teaching, not just learning, but also teaching. I also believe in professionalism. So when I realized that I'm going to stay at school, I went back to university and got another degree so that I could teach professionally. And then I did more courses, and then I went to the States, and then I went to some other courses and then I came back to my school, started teaching at RBS. Somebody asked me, offered to apply for the position of an academic manager at Riga Business School English Language Center. I did. I tried it. I realized I like it. I decided to become a professional manager. Went back to study, got an MBA. So some people think, well, where is engineering? Where is teaching? Frankly speaking, I believe it all worked very well together, because engineering gives you the idea of systems, and you think in systems, and teaching gives you knowledge of people. And management is, to me, a combination of both systems and people. So I ended up somewhere close to where I wanted, finish, slightly different, but to be honest, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was still fun, and by fun, I don't mean I was, dancing all the time, but I really enjoyed what I was doing. I don't think I can do something I don't enjoy for a long time. So when you plan for eventualities as well. I mean, do plan, but then be ready to adjust your plans. At least that's how it works for me. I'm not saying that that's the ready-made answer for everyone. Now, another question I very often get is, how do I know what to study? Really? I am 13, 15, 17. How do I know what to study? And remember what I told you, when I finished secondary school, when I was 17, I knew what I didn't want to study. I wasn't quite sure what it was that I wanted to study. However, in order to learn what you want to study, I think you need to try out as many things as possible. You know, languages, obviously. You know, chemistry, perhaps, and some technology, debate, music, theater. Try out as many various things as you can while you can. I would say that's why I like this particular project so much, because you get to talk about and to think about different things, technology, finance, all these other things. So, you know, unless you are a genius, for example, artist. If you are an artist and you know that you're a genius, your genius will lead you. You won't be able to do anything, almost anything. You will be painting all the day from morning to night. That happens. Some people are very, very talented in one field, and they know that this is what they want to do. Unfortunately, that was not my case. As I said, I liked studying. I was equally good at practically every subject. In fact, I finished secondary school with a gold medal, which means I was good at everything. And I didn't have a particular, you know, calling, except that I knew that I liked to study. Again, if you know that you don't like to study, then probably academic career is not going to be for you, but still, you never know. And speaking of you never know and what might happen, again, I usually, I'm cautious. I don't like taking, you know, huge risks. Even if I were a ballerina, for example. What if a ballerina, very talented one, breaks her leg? She will be left with nothing if she spends, I don't know, a year in plaster. So my suggestion would be, whatever you do, whatever you think you want to do, there are 3 subjects that I would suggest you always study to the best of your ability. If you remember, if you know your chemistry and physics, there is a term, degrees of freedom. Check it out if you don't know. But these 3 subjects are your degrees of freedom. English, because that's how the world communicates, and that's how it will communicate for the foreseeable future. And whatever you study, you will get more information, more materials to study in English. Wherever you go, you will be able to communicate with people in English. It's the lingua franca of the world. I know that you all speak good English, otherwise you wouldn't be in this program. Mathematics, because that's the logic. That's the foundation of any science. That's the thinking you get. And you might tell me, well, I am into humanities. Okay, you don't need to be a professor of mathematics afterwards or an engineer, but study mathematics, do as much as you can to the best of your ability, because that gives you logical thinking and reasoning. And computer technologies, you know, these days it's just basic literacy, and it will be with you all your lives. The thing is, you don't know what you are going to do in life. You know, those of you who are younger, you probably will have professions that don't exist yet. Life changes so quickly these days. In 10 years' time, there will be a lot of new professions. We don't know what you're going to do. You can't know. But these three things, in my opinion, are the basics of everything. That's why I call them 3 degrees of freedom. And I repeat, this is an official, a scientific term for chemistry and physics. Check it out if you don't know. Okay. One more question, rather a comment, not a question, that I got from one, I don't remember, 12 or 13-year-old boy, and he asked me, why do adults always tell us that we are preparing for our future while we are children? We want to live now. And then I thought, he was right. He was absolutely right. It cannot be just studying for the future. You need to learn how to be friends. You need to get hobbies. You need to have fun, and maybe non-academic fun. You need to do sports, do hobbies, read. Of course, you need to read, because that's how you learn how to be, you know, human. And you also need to learn how to be friends with girls and do some girly things. There is nothing wrong with doing girly things. It can't be serious all the time. You have to have some giggles and talk about boys and fashion and girly stuff, and that makes you human as well. And there is pleasure in that. In fact, I don't know why, usually in literature, when they write about, you know, friendship, real friendship, it's usually male friendship, isn't it? You think about Remarque, 3 friends and all this, but in fact, girls make very, very good friends too. So while you are meeting each other, even online, even virtually, you may make friends for life. And that would be, you know, that would be wonderful if you made friends here from, you know, from your group. And something else, I remember thinking, whatever you do, you know, it's, again, for me, it was learning. You do sports, you do friends. Do it 100%. I remember some girls in my group, in my engineering group, would come to a lecture in class and knit under the desk. Or I would remember, you know, in my day, when I was 17, we met at discos. There were discotheques. So we would go to a disco to dance. And if there is a slow dance, you would wait for some boy to invite you for a dance. And there were a lot of boys who would come to a disco and just stand there, not dancing. And I could never understand that. If you come to a disco, dance. There are girls there who want dancing. If you, and that's my point, if you come to a disco, then dance. If you come to a class, then study. Study, don't think about something else. If you come to a seminar, participate. So that's, to me, that's how you choose that's how you find out what you like. That's how you find out what you are and how you are. And coming back to the very first question, thinking of planning, thinking of, you know, future. Again, to me, everything starts with a dream. With a big dream, and then the dream becomes, you know, I start visualizing it, and then the dream becomes a plan, or more or less approximate plan. And then you start acting for your dream. And somehow that's how your life in my case, that's how my life becomes more interesting. So I would like to encourage you to really discover what you are. You are all different, all equally good, all equally interesting, but everybody has their own color, if you like. So that's basically my my message, I guess, to you. Find out who you are, be who you are, and enjoy who you are, and enjoy life. Thank you very much. I'll stop sharing.